our next cruise, which is with Norwegian Cruise Lines. It's on board the Norwegian Jade, a ship that was on a couple of years ago. Loved it. So let's take you on board and we'll talk you through. What everyone says about Norwegian Cruise Lines is the relaxed atmosphere, freestyle cruising.
Yeah, it's all about freestyle. That doesn't mean doing a dance routine of your choice. It means that you can eat when you want, you can eat where you want. It's very, very relaxed. So that's the kind of vibe that you like. You know, some of you may have a few preconceptions about cruises. You might think that it's very formal or stuffy. It absolutely not at all. No, it's about you doing what you want when you want.
And I think particularly with Norwegian Cruise Lines, you know, so there aren't set dining times. It's freestyle cruising. You go to restaurants when you want, when you like.
Yeah.
You can dress up, but there is no expectation to dress up whatsoever.
No, that's right. It really is up to you. And, you know, whether you want to eat with people or just on your own, you do what you like. And I've got to say that eating on this ship, there are 19 different dining choices, including Spanish tapas and Japanese teppanyaki. That's when they cook it in front of you, and I love that. I think it's really exciting. You see it all sizzling. So yeah, we're spoiled for choice.
Honestly, you'll love it. If you're someone that doesn't like too much formality, Norwegian Cruise Lines are the one for you. And we've got an amazing price tonight. We're going to tell you about that in a second. But let's show you where you're going to be cruising to. We fly you to Venice. You're transferred to port and you embark the Norwegian Jade for 7 days. And it's Dubrovnik, first of all, isn't it?
That's right. And, of course, we can fly you from Manchester and Edinburgh as well. Worth mentioning that. But, yes, we are in Dubrovnik in Croatia, one of the most beautiful places in Europe. I think it's become more popular in recent years as a holiday destination, hasn't it? And I can totally understand why. I personally think it's completely stunning. It's really got those ancient walls surrounding the city, which you can actually do. You can do a full circuit round it. It's about 2 kilometres if you wanted to go for a very long walk and work off some of that buffet that you've had on the ship. So you've got the city walls. Now, the place to probably head to, if you want to do some sightseeing here, is Pile Gate. That's the big entrance which gets you into the old town, which is built into the actual wall. And then you can have a look. It's spotlessly clean, but, you know, you're talking about buildings that are, you know, 700 years old. And you can go and have a look at, there's a little Franciscan monastery and pharmacy, which is really interesting. And you go inside. You know when it's really boiling hot outside, you go inside and it's all cool.
Ooh, yeah.
And you just sit down for a bit. So, yeah, lovely. And the thing about Croatia is the water is similar, like to the Caribbean. It's all turquoise. It's amazing. So that's Dubrovnik, and then we're at sea on day 3, and then at day 4 we come into Athens, into Piraeus, and of course here you've got iconic landmarks like the Acropolis, which is incredible, the old Olympic Stadium, Athens Museum. There's so much to see here, and it's a really big, huge, busy port, Piraeus, but that gets you into Athens, and yeah, really interesting. And if you're interested in, you know, the ancient history, a bit like going to Rome, you can soak it up here. And then on day 5 we are off to Izmir in Turkey. And this is a fantastic base if you want to make a trip to somewhere like nearby Ephesus, where it's so beautiful, isn't it, Sean? And it's smothered in olive groves. And I never forget, like, you've got little villages, and it's like being in another time and place altogether, isn't it?
It's really special, actually.
Really special. Please take your camera. You've got ancient ruins everywhere. And actually, Izmir, what's quite nice about Izmir is that it can be quite crowd-free, because Ephesus and Pergamon, which is nearby as well, they can get quite busy and touristy, but Izmir can be really chilled out and quiet, even no matter what the time of year. And then you've got, you know, ancient sites like the House of the Virgin Mary and the Basilica of St. John. But by the same token, you're on holiday. If you want to just sit on the beach and have a lovely meal and a drink.
That's a great thing about cruising. You choose, you know, so much choice.
Yeah, there'll be days when you don't feel like doing anything and days where you really feel like being a bit more active. So day 6, you're at sea, and then day 7, you're back to Croatia, but a different port to explore, and it's Split, which is a very lively, I really like Split. It's very easy to get around the city by foot, which is great, obviously, when you've just come off a ship. And most stuff is relatively near to the palace, and so make that your starting point for your sightseeing, actually. It's called, I can never pronounce it, but it's called Diocletian's Palace, and there's a big cellar there.
Right.
It's quite good, wasn't it? I really just went for it. It's the best thing to do, I find. So that's a really good starting point, because all the other sites in Split are sort of relatively near the palace. You've got the Temple of Jupiter, you've got the People's Square and Old Town, and St. Dominius Cathedral. So again, you can just also see you've got palm trees all along the front there. And the food, again, in Europe, you just don't have a bad meal. It's just wonderful. All that fish as well. You'll be so healthy at the end. And then you're back on the ship, you disembark at Venice, and then you fly home. So that's that.
I think that's a beautiful itinerary, isn't it? Now, let's take on board the Norwegian Jade. So I really liked my time on board her. She's colourful, fun, great service, great food, but free-style cruising. So remember, no set restaurant times. You know, it's just open sitting. If you want a table for 2 one night, maybe make some friends. Then you want a table for 4 the next night. It is not a problem whatsoever.
Yeah, very relaxed.
Now, I've got something very important to say about this in a second, but let's just give you the details there. $699 is the price tonight. Available flights from Manchester and Edinburgh, and you are saving £200 off the brochure price. Now, you've probably noticed on the screen that this is a 7-day flash sale. Now, what does that mean? Well, this is a sale price, but it's not supposed to start tonight. It actually starts tomorrow. But I believe we're going to speak to Nick Wilkinson from Norwegian Cruise Lines, who's going to tell us more about this sale and the exclusive that we've got tonight here with Planet Cruise. Nick, are you there?
Hi, good evening, and good evening to your viewers.
Good evening,
Hello.
Nick.
Hello there. How are yourselves this evening?
Very good.
We're great.
Really well.
We actually think we've got some amazing prices, and we're particularly interested about the offer that you've got, because this is a sale, but am I right in saying, Nick, it's not available anywhere else yet, this deal that we've got tonight?
That's right. You have the exclusivity this evening that we're opening it through to your viewers, exclusively through to yourselves, the opportunity to book a full range of cruises departing in both 2014 and early 2015.
Wow, so no other travel agents, cruise company, nobody else can get the sale prices except us tonight, is that right?
That is correct.
Wow.
Thank you.
Yes,
We're very pleased with that.
Yeah, we are pleased with that. And I presume, Nick, but with the viewers booking early tonight before anybody else has the sale prices, they'll have a better choice of cabins and things, is that right?
Absolutely. Even though it's a sale, they can go right down. The client, subject to the availability of the cabin of choice, they can go right down to the cabin number if they so wish. And, you know, we have some many great clients who always look to see what side the sun's going to rise in the morning, so they'll be out on their balcony enjoying its coffee or tea in the morning, or what side the sun is when they're leaving a port in the evening. It means they can choose that right when they're going down to do the booking.
Well, Nick, thank you so much for giving us this exclusive. I've been on the Norwegian Jade myself, and I thought, great ship. I love Norwegian Cruise Lines. I love the freestyle cruising.
Yeah.
Really
Thank
like
you.
it. Nick, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I know that was short and sweet, but thank you again for giving us this exclusive. It means a lot to us.
And also on this ship as well, you need to take a white outfit, ladies, because they have white hot parties.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Very important.
Don't forget. Now, excursion-wise, don't forget you can book these directly through Planet Cruise and save up to 60% on the brochure price. How good is that, getting an exclusive sale price before anybody else, though?
Really nice.
Good.
Really good.